Chandeliers glow, we'll sip our worries away, nice and slow. Your laughter ripples like sweet warm wine. In this jazzy sultry space you're mine. The saxophone croons a velvet tune, while melodies dance beneath the moon. We'll toast to moments both grand and small, in this hazy, lazy, jazz-touched hall. Let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you. Your eyes, they sparkle with every click. Sweet rendezvous over a simple drink. We'll share our secrets in whispers low, just you and me where the jazz flows slow. The world outside fades into the mist, but here it's our own dreamy tryst. With each sip our worries drift away. Let's stay together till the break of day. So let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you.
The following live stream has been approved for appropriate audiences. It may contain occasional strong language and may not be suitable for younger or more sensitive viewers. Viewer inebriation is advised, though not mandatory.
Last Call is streamed before a live audience.
Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken! The Kraken!
Why is the rum always gone?
Is gone because I drank it all. Welcome everyone, so glad that you are here. So glad that I am here. It has been 2 weeks since we were live on Last Call, and I am so glad that all of you came to join me. So appreciative of all of you that shared your liquid lunch with me this week, specifically saying, yeah, we're glad you're back. I actually got a call from Mark Malnikoff specifically saying, you missed a lot while you were gone. We missed you, so thank you so much. Even got a chance to say hi to Julie today, which was really, really nice. So let me go, folks in the green room. Bear with me. I want to say hi to the chat first, real quick. Just going to take a few seconds.
And can you give us a
Yeah, let's get a sound check.
Sound
Can we
check.
get 5x5 if we're sounding good as we come in? Want to start by saying hi to Big Al at Big Al Presents, saying hello, my friends. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. Have a great show tonight. Yes, thank you, my friend. Looking forward to Godzilla -1 with you tomorrow night. Hail to Connie Cleary, the star of Fluff Chick Productions. Welcome, so glad you're here. Salute to you as well. Deleted Scenes, it's awesome to see you here. He tells you do all the clicky things to encourage us. Please do that. Would super appreciate that. If you become a member, you get the membership emojis like the black fedora, the brown mumbler, the channel logo, and of course the Canarble Wagon. Welcome, welcome. And JPRPH1, good to see you there. John, he's dropping those membership emojis as well. David Pensack says good evening to you, and good evening to you as well. Let's see. Gary Ambrosia, who's in the backdrop. We will bring him in just a moment. As is my lovely wife, Netter of Netters Network, who is saying hello, love of my life. She calls me that because she is the love of mine. She also says like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, become a member, gift a membership, do all those things. If you're coming here on the replay, feel free to drop a super thanks. I don't think enough people talk about that. And I think, there's the Smoke Eater. Good to see you, my friend. We'll see how long I stay awake, but I wanted to pop in because I haven't in a while. No, you have not, my friend. But then again, in all fairness, we haven't gotten together anytime recently, and we really need to do that as well. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and become a member. And if you were going to give a super chat of $5 or more, why not give a membership instead to make our family grow? That would be such a wonderful thing. Now, I am coming... Deleted Scenes and JPRPH1 say I am coming through 5x5, but I'm going to need a sound check as I bring in the guests, which I am going to start doing right now. Starting with my co-pilot, because I intend to really polish off this Kraken, and I might need a designated driver. So, Aged Boomer, how are you doing, my friend, and what are you sipping on tonight?
I'm feeling fine, well rested after the trip, and I'm drinking a Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, keep your head on straight, because you might have to end the stream. By the way, I did listen to Geeky Geezers on Sunday as Netter and I were driving home. Missed a little portion of it because we hit a major thunderstorm in Indiana.
Oh, it wasn't just a thunderstorm. It poured so bad that you could barely see past the hood of the car.
Yeah, and I couldn't hear anything. So I had the sound all the way up, and I still couldn't hear you guys. But everything I did hear, you guys were awesome. I may have to retire from Geeky Geezers and let you pull in Deleted and Big Al, because that was a heck of a group. It really was.
You.
I'm into Captain and Coke tonight, and probably tad much for me. Well, mine is a Kraken and Diet Dr. Pepper. Yes, I know those of you that tuned in during Liquid Lunch were expecting me to be drinking a Gibson. I did not have the cocktail onions, and well, I didn't feel like going out and getting them, and so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to be lazy. It's just going to be a Kraken and soda. Welcome, Wilkie's Movies and Music. Corey, you are an integral part of our Friday, since we all migrate over to you after Liquid Lunch every Friday. Good to see you, my friend and channel member. You know who else is good to see? You guys like seeing her, not as much as me, but I know you like seeing her. That's Netter of Netters Network. How you doing, my dear? And what are you sipping on, if anything?
I am currently sipping on my...
Just plain water, it looks like.
Well, no, it's not water. It's just in a different container. It is my
That's
Polar
vodka.
brand seltzer water, blackberry mango, but I have it in another bottle because if I don't finish off my can, since there's no way to like put a lid on it really, so it stays.
So she's got these
carbonated.
little water bottles, right? Not the full size
Yeah.
bottles, but like the really kind of cheap plasticky ones that are a little bit smaller. She pours what's left of her fizzy water into it, and it must work because when she goes to open it the next way, it goes boom, and she opens it up. It's freaking amazing. Sometimes I don't know she's about to do it, or I don't know that it's not regular water, and I'll be like, "Oh crap, what you having?" You know.
I try to warn him beforehand. It's like, I'm going to open this. It's probably going to make a
At
noise.
this point, she does. She has to warn me. That's true. Geek Flag with Nate knows. It says, I'm drinking a Polar Root Beer. There you go. There you go. And let's get our special guest in here. Gary, yeah, well, you are special. Let's be honest here, right? You might have been muted there.
Special? Who, me?
Yeah,
Get out of here. Well, maybe a little
the short
special.
containment unit.
Yeah.
How are you doing and what you sipping on?
What am I sipping on? Well, let's see.
It's okay if it's
Pellegrino.
That's
The most
perfectly
expensive
fine.
water on the planet. It's like 12
I
bucks
mean,
a bottle
really,
here.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's almost as expensive as the gas in California. But yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
But it's
Now,
it's good.
just for the sake of the audience that may or may not always tune in to Friday, excuse me, to the Wednesday night Doomcock stream. You are currently in a containment unit in Xanadu, correct? That's not
correct.
that is not a green screen behind you.
No,
Right?
no, I'm kept down here at the center of the earth by my overlord, Dictor Van Doomcock, and he lets me go on, the occasional show with my friends. So this is my, hour away from, indentured servitude for the night.
Well, he has. He's had me on as a guest a couple of times, so I guess he probably figured. Well,
He has. You
it's
better be
true.
careful because one day you're not going to make it out of there, and you're going to be stuck like me.
Well, I don't know. I think
careful.
more and more people are kind of feeling like, okay, here I am separated from the world. Maybe it's not such a bad thing. It's, and we have another guest here today. Someone you might know, Gary Ambrosia. Just making sure, giving him a second to make sure he's ready to come on camera. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there he is.
Andy Masterson. See, he's a little late today
Jeez.
because he's this is our resident Captain America, and he was frozen, and Gary forgot to thaw him out, so Gary had to.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yes, it is. I like that.
Boy.
Obviously,
You'll
yeah.
let anybody on this show, won't you, Troy? Jeez.
I know, right?
Look at
Well,
it.
no, seriously, some of the people I've had on this show, I look back and I go, well, that was a show that happened. It happens from time to time.
Yeah.
I think Andy's having a tough time. He had to click off his camera, but he's a good-looking guy. We'll get back to Andy in just a second. But yeah, so this panel of people that we're looking at, there he is. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do this. There you go. When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. And if he's led to a fight and a duel is due, then the red and the white and the blue will come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield. There you go.
Where the hell did you put my Geritol?
This is what they really should have done when they did that end game and they had Chris, what's his name, go back in time and then live out his life with Peggy and whatnot. Instead of aging up Chris, what's his name, they should have just cast Andy. Really, I mean, that would have been perfect casting. It probably would have been better casting. I think that Andy's in better shape than what he looked like at the end of Endgame. Just saying, But
Well, he was 100 years old, so.
anyway, so guys, tonight we are doing a little bit of when you get together with friends, for big vacation getaway together, you're sad when it's over, and you just want to touch base and say, hey, we're gonna do this again, right? So I wanted to have a stream where I could get everybody together and share. So Netter and I drove from Chicago to Orlando, Florida. Took us 2 days because we stopped and got a place to stay overnight. If you listened to Netter's network last night, you know the story about, trying to get a room for the night. That was, I'm like, it's not like she's even carrying the baby Jesus. I don't know what's going on here, but anyway, we did get a room. We stayed the night. We made it in, what was it, late Wednesday that we got in?
Yeah, we got in about
Wednesday evening.
6-ish or so.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that we were there and settled and everything. And then Andy and Gary, you guys both flew in, which was probably your own little bit of an adventure. the way the airports are, I'm telling you. That's why we drive.
I'm tired.
Say it again?
Boy, are my arms tired.
Boy, you're sorry for flying. That's an old joke. Maybe for a new audience. I don't know how many people here have never heard that one before. Real quick, I want to say hi to a new face I'm seeing here. Hoot Owl. You just arrived. Good to see you, my friend. And time for a jailbreak, says Deleted Scenes. Yep. Well, no. In fairness, just a couple months ago, you escaped and you did the whole groveling thing, so it might have to be a while before you get another escape.
Yeah, I can usually fool him. Every few months, I come up with a nice little scheme.
Is it better that you're not stuck in a station with robots and waffles? Is that?
Yeah, it's all right. There are robots, but they're not very attractive. They're not of the female gender. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
Are you assuming their gender?
It's really not that hard to say, hey, Doomcock, you're running low on booze. So you want to go get you some? And he's like, sure.
That's usually how I get out for 15 minutes.
I feel like poor Doomy. Every time I see one of his videos go up, I feel like he has to drink. Because it's like, okay, just saw the most recent episode of Starfleet Academy, and and Harvey's like, just have a drink, just have another drink, and maybe push the button while you're at it. That's what I expect. He won't just let just anybody on the show. He hasn't cut me loose just yet, and for very good reason. No. I had been planning, and I'm still planning this. I'm expecting to get the Smoke Eater on. We're going to do an interview. It's probably going to be a standalone video at some point in the future, because what I want to talk about is the one comic book in the whole history of comic books that this guy appears in. Just want to share about that and how he helped make that happen. Yes, I am in a G.I. Joe comic. I really, really am. So let me see. And then he says, only 2 days? There are so many... It's funny he says this. There are so many things you had to miss that way. Dear Lord, man, let me plan your next trip. You'll find out so much about the world you never wanted to find out. Well, yeah, because he wants me to stop and see, the plastic encased world's largest condom or something like that. I just, no. Netter actually did the same thing. She planned out a 2-day trip with
ChatGPT.
With a bunch of different things that we could see, and we saw the sum total of 0 of them. It's just, hey, they were options, and we passed on them because I wanted to get there. I just wanted to get there. So Thursday was the day when things started to happen. Got together with Pops from Pops on Pop Culture for lunch. Pops, and I guess we're going to call her Moms, Mrs. Pops.
I just called her Mrs. Pops.
Mrs. Pops. We went to a little comic book store in Orlando that he had never gotten a chance to see, and then we had lunch together, which was just wonderful. And he could not stick around. I had hoped he'd have a chance to get together with Aged Boomer and Andy and Gary, but he couldn't. He had time restraints, and so what I have to do is and just remind me of this, Aged Boomer, that we got to get you and him together. I want to look you guys up online so that you and he's way north, you're way south in that wang of the country that you guys live in, and you guys have to meet in the middle to have a meal together or whatever, meet. But it's a sin if you guys don't. You live in the same state. You really
we'll get
should.
to it. We'll get to it at some point.
I know you will. But so then Thursday night comes along and Gary and Andy get in. And only then does Aged Boomer drive in, because he had to work, because he's indispensable at the library. They couldn't do without him. So so we met up at I don't remember where we were at, but we were at the City Walk or whatever it is on at Universal, right? Whatever that was called. Gary, do you remember the restaurant that we were at, Gary?
I will defer to Andy to that, because I've only been there a couple of times. What's it called? Acapulco or Tijuana or something like that?
I think it's called.
I mean, we could have been in Mexico for all I know.
I think it's called that Mexico City Walk.
There you go. I mean, the food was really good. The staff was incredibly polite. So we just told Boomer, meet us there, and he met us there.
Yeah. And timing worked out pretty well, actually. Yeah.
That worked out great. Gary helped me with let's just say a very embarrassing problem that I didn't think through, and it all worked out miraculously. And can I just say that in a state that is supposed to be so 2A friendly, I was very bothered by having to leave something behind, but Gary helped me work that out, and that was wonderful. Thank you, Gary, once again for pulling off what I saw as a miracle at that point.
And then
nobody ever checks the planter pot.
How's that again, Gary?
I said nobody ever checks the planter pots.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Netter, remember, at the bottom of a planter is basically mud. So just remember, anything I put in a planter pot is going to be muddy. Just the way.
Yeah, and I cleaned your little toy and put it away.
Thank you very much. But
wait, I was
yeah,
the G-rated stream.
It was a scuba Steve.
Is that what they're calling it these days? Wow.
All right. I don't know why I'm going around all of this. I had a pocket knife, and you can't bring anything like that into Universal. And it was a nice knife that Netter had given me, and I didn't want to lose it. And Gary had the brilliant idea: we'll just stow it, and we'll get it when we come back. And it worked out. It wasn't a big deal, but it felt like a big deal to me. And Gary really kind of came through for me, and I super appreciate that. And then so Friday. Am I up to Friday? Friday was MegaCon. Okay, guys, this was how many years have you guys, Andy, you and Gary? How many years have you been at MegaCon? This was our second, Netter and I.
This is our second year.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay,
and I think it's going to be our last.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So why don't you share a little bit of your thoughts on it? We did talk about this at the convention. So.
Yeah, it seems like the big giant cons don't really have a place for us old guys now. It's pretty much 85-90% anime, which that's not my thing. It's extremely crowded. Oh my God, there's so many people. There's too many people in one room. way too many people in one room, and it's like the size of a football field. So you figure you could put a lot of people in there. Yeah, well, they put even more people than you would think would be a lot of people. And it's an ocean of people just moving around. You kind of have to go with the flow, and I don't like that. So yeah, that's my grumpy old man complaint there. But other than that, it was okay. The only reason I go to these things is to see our friends. I don't give a damn about celebrities.
I feel like we talked about this last year too, because last year we had a whole weekend pass, and this year we said, you know what, let's just do the one day, and now we're kind of going, do we even need to do the one day? Because what it really came down to was we weren't there for the con. We were there to get together with with each other, and I get that. And Andy, do you agree? I mean, are you on the same page with that?
Yeah, and they get upset about the littlest things. I mean, you compliment one person on their Ricky Burrow cosplay, and they get all mad at you.
Oh God, man! Yeah, let me tell you. So speaking of cosplay, let me bring this up. Let me.
That's funny.
We don't have any kind of a presentation. I wasn't going to subject you to a bunch of slides or anything like that.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
We did miss that on the Princess Leia.
Well,
my neck was hurting aiming the camera up that high. So
yeah, the only thing more incredible than the cleavage was the moose knuckle.
Well,
that's called cocking balls, but
Yeah, well, this is PG, but let's just say there were 2 mountain ranges.
Yes.
We're not going near either.
How do I want to do this? I don't have a. I lost Gary and Andy. I got to bring you guys in so that you could be here for this. Hold on a second. Let me resize you. I didn't think this through enough.
Look at this shit.
The Brady Bunch. Yeah, let me share my screen here. Here we go. You don't need the sound. And add this to the screen and move this to the back. So Netter and I spent a better part of the whole day trying to find a Snarky J cosplay. And I said, so glad that Netter and I got to meet Daddy J.
Oh yeah, when we finally found the booth, I saw a gentleman stand there. I said, "Are you Snarky J Dad?" He goes, "Yes, I am." I said, "My husband wants to meet you."
Yes. So this was the whole shit. I told Netter, I said, yeah, I'd like to meet Snarky J, but you know who I really want to meet? I want to meet her dad. Her dad has been in a lot of her videos. He's oftentimes her cameraman and so forth. And I said, you know what? I said, I just want to compliment him. He and I are probably, well, no, I'm probably older than he is, to be honest with you. But yeah, we're probably contemporaries. And, well, let me finish reading what I said here. So I wanted to share with him what fans we are of him particularly. He raised a sweet, kind, generous daughter who truly represents his parenting in the best way. We had such a great chat with him, sharing that if I had been blessed with a daughter, I like to believe she would have been just like Snarky J. We'll be talking about the entire MegaCon tonight. So there you go. Okay, so that was how do I? Yeah, this is how I do this. So I can go back to there. She's a little shorty too. She's a little taller than Netter, but
no, she's 5'3". She's an inch shorter than me.
Yeah, but she was wearing really thick boots because she was doing a Bucky.
So we're about the same height because of her boot height.
Yeah, she was doing a Bucky Winter Soldier cosplay. So that was just wonderful, right? I really did. I had a great conversation with her dad, and when she was done talking to a fan, she turned her attention to the three of us, and she's like, "What's going on here?" And he's like, "You need to talk to this guy because he's saying some really nice things about me." And she's like, "You are so confused. What?" And I'm like, no. My mother told me, and I agree with her. You know a lot about a parent by the way their children behave. I said, and I admire you so much. I knew your dad had to be a really great guy. And then she starts going, yeah, he's my best friend. He's a great guy. And I'm like, there you go. See, don't you start, girl. So then, after I post this, Snarky J comes back and said, it was so awesome meeting you guys. Thank you for your kind words. Our new friends, Tony and Natalie. And she puts it in quotes so that we knew she was joking. So we were there. As we were talking about, I was expecting you to sign it Tony, because I was telling her a story about how I've been called Tony all my life. And she said, you said Tony so much, I almost signed your autograph, Tony.
And I mentioned how, for some reason, people look at my name and see Natalie. There is no L in my name.
Anyway.
There's no I in my name, but I am Natalie.
Great little conversation with her about, well, and we did talk cosplay, because Netter and I are old school cosplayers. We kind of retired from the whole shtick back in 2019 because, well, you guys know why, and we lost the momentum and kind of haven't gotten back into it. But you know, she's the next generation of it, and it's really, really nice to see. But but how long? I would say we spent a couple hours looking for her, didn't we?
We spent a good portion of the day looking for her.
Yeah.
And see, this is what the problem is. I figured, okay, I'll be smart and I'll Google where is cosplay headquarters. All the information on Google is from last year because they never updated it. And the map made no sense because you couldn't connect side A to side B and vice versa. So I finally had asked one of the people that worked there, I was like, tell me how this side of the map connects to this side of the map. And she goes, oh, well, you are right now on this side of the map, and you know, if you turn it over, you are the other side of the map is like up this ramp. I'm like, okay, why is there no direction on here to let you know what's what? And then I happened to see something about cosplay, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't say cosplay headquarters, but it says cosplay. So I was like, let's head that way. And sure enough, there she was.
Yep, exactly right.
But none of the people that worked there knew anything. They didn't know where anything was. They were giving bad advice or anything, and then they're like, oh, yeah, because the advice I was given is that cosplay headquarters was across the walkway into the southern part of the...
Which it was last year.
Yeah, but it wasn't this year. It was all in the one section this year. So I was like, yeah, they didn't know jack.
I did want to share one other thing about, and I forget, I'm sorry, whoever it was who brought it up during Liquid Lunch today. Did you get any food while you were there? Yes, we did. We went to the food court and we got some sort of hot dog. Boomer, do you remember what the name of that hot dog place was? Because you said
Nathan's. It was Nathan's.
Nathan's. That was a damn expensive hot dog.
I think they jack up the prices at the conventions.
You think, Denozo? Holy crap!
Wasn't my hot dog something like $8 and it's with no condiments?
Yeah, well, we got onions. They charged like $1.
They charged
$2.50 or something for onions.
Extra $1 for onions.
Yeah.
Onions.
Mine was plain because I was like, screw that, and I just had to get something in me. But I was like, I'm sorry, you know, for $3 maybe this hot dog's pretty good. For you know, whatever, I just no. Say real quick hi to Mark Malnikoff, who's doing a drive-by like, but he is stuck in the mines of Rura Pente tonight. Sorry, my friend. Sin's Corner, haven't seen you in the longest time. Looks like you guys had fun. I've been trying to talk my boss into having Sound Booth Theater go down there, so I can go too. So this brings up another point, Gary and Andy. Okay, I'm gonna shoot from the hip, and if you think I'm wrong or you disagree, please rein me in. But I felt like they were overly accommodating for the likes of Alec Baldwin, and they gave no cares at all for the new media.
Wait. You want to take the chance on pissing off Alec Baldwin?
Dude, I'm a faster draw than he is. Just saying.
Yeah,
Just
what's
saying.
your body count?
Hypothetical.
Oh.
Good point. His is 1, mine is 0. That is true.
I heard like Christopher Lambert was there for like 5 minutes, right?
Oh, did he not stay long?
No, I don't know. I always felt like on the schedule it was like from 12:05 to 12:10. Christopher Lambert, like they just shuffled them out. Maybe I misread the schedule though.
I honestly feel like a lot of these celebs, they really should do that, limit their time, because I feel like Alec Baldwin and Dr. Her, I forget her name and I don't care to remember.
Whitaker.
Yeah, they had so few people showing up. You know, if you'd have just concentrated that, it might have been better off for them and a better economy of time.
You know, there's a guy on Twitter that showed up to Alec Baldwin's booth. He was probably
Alec Baldwin's finger, yes.
Yeah. And he got a picture of him, holding up the finger, I thought it was indicating to Alec Baldwin's head count there, but I guess it was.
Well, that's a great point. He was
famous,
wearing a Nerdrotic hat, and I don't remember what was on his shirt. I think it was Geeks and Gamers related, and it's like,
something like that.
Bravo, my friend, bravo,
Yeah.
good on you. But that's what I mean. The new media, and here we were. WDW Pro was there, and the guys from Geeks and Gamers were there, and everything. And honestly, the con treated them like crap. There was a booth for Marvin Montanaro and
Lord Connor.
Yeah, right.
Lord,
But it wasn't a WDW Pro like branded booth. It was like they were sharing with somebody else, and finding them was almost as difficult as finding Snarky J. It was just ridiculous.
Right, because where the number said it was on the map, it's like I asked the booth number and they gave a completely different booth number, and it's like, okay, well, because we were finding like there's 2 letters and then like 118, and right across was 119. And the guy goes, well, we're 119, so 118's got to be around really close. So we're walking like past and back again and going to the other side. Can't find it. We start walking down another aisle. Troy happens to turn around, sees Montenegro, and goes, oh, there he is.
Yeah. No. If I hadn't recognized him by face, I would not have. I would have not known that it was him. And it was a great interaction. I had met him last year. He did a panel last year. Of course, he didn't recognize me or remember me or anything, but it was a great exchange. And those were the highlights of the day for me. Meeting him and meeting Snarky J and Daddy J. Other than that, I didn't really need the convention. I could have just done lunch with Gary and Andy and then, dinner later on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well,
yeah, it's like I surmised it as whoever organized it last year did a fantastic job. You could find things. It was easy to move around. I mean, it was still really crowded, but everything, you could find everything.
Yeah.
The map made sense. Everything was where it should have been. This year it was like they threw it in a blender and just hit crap all. Let's just put whatever.
Yeah.
And you couldn't find anything.
Gary, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what were you going to say, Bob?
You didn't try giving some of those events a chance. I had mentioned speed friending to you, and you just scoffed at it.
Okay, so
Instead of speed dating, speed friending.
Can
Go
you,
ahead.
because you read that in the little pamphlet thing. Could you explain to the chat what speed friending was? I don't.
This
Look,
is my
I don't.
imagination. So there's speed dating.
Yes.
So I imagine this is if you need a friend, you go around and you sit at the table, and you go up to, I guess, a person and just say, hey, do you like Pokemon? And see if the other person likes Pokemon. I don't know. Making friends was different when I was growing up. You didn't necessarily have a lot in common with your friends, but you just, okay, you want to hang out, I'll hang out. I don't remember that.
It was a very eclectic collection of people. That's true. But I've gone to conventions for many, many, many years, and that's always been true. Look, this is the thing about this geek fandom, right? You meet people that you share certain common interests with, whether it's Star Trek, Star Wars, anime, whatever it is. You may not agree about politics, religion, any of that kind of stuff. Doesn't matter, because you're there for the fandom. And then if you could find a way to meet in the middle on those other things, that's great. That's what friendship's all about, right?
Yeah.
Just my thought on it. But so you guys are thinking. So we haven't had this conversation offline. We're having this conversation online, I guess. Gary and Andy, are you thinking maybe not doing MegaCon at all next year?
Well, it's in May next year. It's right before Labor Day or Memorial Day.
Oh.
So, and you're going to start getting hot. I don't know why they didn't keep it in February. It worked out better last year. Moving it into spring break wasn't a good idea. That's why some of the lines were so big and the TSA and everything. So, and it's just too damn big. There's events and things like that, but like you can't navigate from one end to the other. It's going to take you about an hour to get from one side of the concourse to the other, just because there's so many people in your way.
Well, that's why we went on Friday. We didn't go on Saturday because we knew Saturday would be the busy day.
But sometimes there's only shows that are on there on Saturday with the biggest day. Certain celebrities and things like that. And that's the thing. It's like, my advice to people going to these, if there's one person you really want to see, and they're going to be there, and you want that autograph, but you're going to be parked in that line for most of the day. So just count on that. You're just going to be stuck there. So, and then you're going to miss out on everything else too. So, Andy, Gary, did you guys go and see any of the celebrities the day that you went? No. Not your thing.
No, I don't give a damn about celebrities.
Bingo. Because you're a celebrity. You're a celebrity. You don't need celebrities.
Yeah, I'm a legend in my own mind.
Dude, you have an IMDb page. I mean, that's,
the greatest actor you never saw.
Oh, there you go. Well, no, let's be fair to my audience here. One of the things we talk about here a lot is character actors and those people that you know by face, but you don't always know them by name. And we kind of celebrate them because they make the movies happen, really, if you think about it. In fact, Boomer and I are planning a future Friday stream where we're going to just talk about character actors.
Yes.
You know this character actor. You don't know that name, but you know that face, and we're gonna talk about that. But no, it's true. Gary, what are some of the movies you've been in? I'm sorry to put you on the spot like this, but just.
Oh God, man, that was 25 years ago. I don't know. I don't think any of them were X-rated, though. If they were, I certainly didn't get paid enough for it. No, I worked on all kinds of stuff. I worked on a lot of different things, doing this and that.
I'm going to
just
share
a working
something.
guy.
It wasn't Ouija Shark, was it?
It wasn't Ouija Shark.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
he was not in Ouija Shark.
It's a running joke on this show.
That would have been great. I was in movies that were a lot worse than Ouija Shark.
Possibly, very possibly.
Yeah.
No, I knew there was a slasher film called Secrets of the Clown. It was horrible. It was a horrible movie. I think it was negative budget. That's how bad it was. But I knew the guy that played like the clown, the killer character, and I got 2 copies of the DVD because it came out with 2 different covers. I'm that sick in the head. But no, I totally get it. But did you guys know? And Netter doesn't even know this because I haven't talked to her about this. Did you know I have an IMDb page?
I figured.
You did? How did you know that? What do you think is on my IMDb page?
This show?
No, not this show. I am not known for this show. I am known for being on an episode of Latino Slant and for being on Doomcock. That's what I'm known for. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I think it's cool. Although they don't have all of my appearances on Doomcock.
So who made up the IMDb?
I have no flipping clue. I have no
probably
idea.
me because I was updating the episodes one day. I think it was probably me.
That's funny. That is funny.
Well, I've been a contributor for like 25 years, so whenever I submit something, it pretty much goes up the next day.
Okay,
you know?
so let me explain how I found
inception, this. I've been a contributor.
Let me explain how I found this out. So I did a search for I usually check your X page. I check your YouTube page when I want to do a thumbnail for the stream. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let me just do a Google search. Gary Ambrosia, right? And this really great picture came up, and I'm like, oh damn, what's that from? And it takes me to IMDb, and I'm like, oh right, he was in that movie, right. So I use that picture. And then
it's very kind of you because I look really good in that photo. There's lots of makeup on me, and my hair was colored, and I don't look so old and tired. So I really appreciate you doing that,
Gary. That is how it works in Hollywood. That is all celebrities. All celebrities. All these guys and gals that you think are so hot. There's a line in a movie called Sleepers. Where Woody Allen says he's looking at he is in cryogenic sleep for hundreds of years. They wake him up and they're asking him about artifacts from the 20th century, and they're like, "We don't understand these things. Can you explain these to us?" And one of the things he comes to, he's like, "Oh, this is a centerfold from a magazine. It was called Playboy." These women did not exist in real life. They were, you blow them up and you take their picture. You know what? Let me just take that and I'll do a write up on this for you later. No, that's exactly true. That is, those people you see on the silver screen don't really exist in real life. They exist to get the shot. If you could see them behind the scenes, they look like the people all around you. They're just normal people. Gary and Andy are a cut above the average person just because they're awesome people.
Well, people say they recognize me a lot, but that's just because of that damn picture in the post office.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And all those movies he did back in the 70s.
Thankfully, VHS.
Yeah. I kind of wish I hadn't searched for those movies because I've seen things I didn't want to see. I mean, I'm close to my buddy Andy, but now I'm.
That was a hell of a mustache.
There was Netter and I in the whole cosplay thing in the past. We had friends that. You do a search. Oh, let's see what this cosplayer is doing. Oh my gosh! I did not want to see her naked.
Yeah. What?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah, it happened. It happened. And but this is the danger of the internet these days. You just got to be careful. Sin's Corner has an IMDb page, but it's because I credited entries for my movie reviews, so I could have a listing of them there. Oh, that's interesting. That is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Your IMDb page is very empty on the details of your life. I'll be happy to expand it for the benefit of all mankind. I can just imagine that, the Schmoke Eater. That's, yeah, that's... I can imagine what you would contribute to IMDb on my behalf. But in fairness, he probably knows me better than most of the people in the chat. So, you know, so we're just going to say it. So we'll move on from the MegaCon thing. Saturday, we kind of split up a little bit. It was me, Boomer, and Netter in one group, and Gary, Andy, and a couple other people in another group. And we went to
Epic Universe.
Universal Epic Universe. That was, look, last year when we went to the after parties and stuff for MegaCon, they were held at Universal, what is it called, City Walk? And one of the places had this big mock-up of what Epic Universe was going to look like. And I was so fired up about this, and me and Netter and Boomer were kind of excited about the whole Dark Universe thing. Well, Boomer was also very excited about the Nintendo universe. I knew that Netter was a big Harry Potter fan. I thought she'd be more into the Harry Potter experience than she was. We'll get to that in just a second. But I promised Netter, I said, look, next year when we come back, one day we will just go to Epic Universe and experience that. So because we were in two different groups, Gary, Andy, I didn't hear what you guys did and all on Saturday. What did you guys see? What did you guys do at Epic Universe?
We cruised around and we checked out the Dark Universe, which was great. That was my favorite.
We kept missing each other. We were at different...
that was my favorite of the universes there. And that park is amazing, folks. You really got to check it out, especially if you're a Universal Monster fan. They're already expanding it. They're going to expand a Legend of Zelda land or Legend of Zelda ride in the Nintendo land, and it's going to be really neat. The Donkey Kong coaster was great. It was a lot of fun, and there are so many people there, so many people, so many families. But the nice thing about it is it seemed like they regulate how many people they allow into the park at one time. So you're not fighting oceans of people. Yeah, it's pretty. There's a lot of room. That was great. It was a very quality experience.
So just wanted to share. If you are planning to meet up with some friends or whatever, make sure you do that well in advance, because the park really does sell out of tickets, and you'll be left on the sidelines.
That was one of the things that one of the people that was in our group, he's like, I said, hey, you're going to go to Epic Universe? Did you get your ticket? He goes, oh, I'll just pick one up, the next day.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, that's not the way to go.
I don't think you're going to be able to. They're sold out.
Yeah.
I said, I bought mine as soon as, I realized we were going, and at that time they were like $195, and then I looked like 2 weeks later and they jumped up to $199, and then blinked and they sold out.
Well, Gary has made a joke in the past. Well, wait a minute, that sounds too much like planning. But let's be honest, there are certain things you do have to plan if you're going to do these things. Netter, there was a particular restaurant she wanted to go to. We didn't get to go all weekend because you needed to make advanced
which is weird, because like last year when we went,
we just walked in.
Yeah, we just walked in and we got a table like right away. This time it was like you had like an hour and a half, 2 hour wait minimum. So it's like, I'm probably building up the sandwich that I had more in my head, and it's probably not as good as I remembered it, it being.
Deleted Scenes has an IMDb page too. Okay, guys, you're making me feel not so special anymore. But that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
I don't have one.
You should.
I don't.
We'll have to fix that. We'll have to fix that.
Anyway.
But
one of the things I was...
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
To go where? No, go ahead.
I was going to say we did go to Das Steakhouse.
Yes.
And yeah. So you know what? Before we get into it, because I think this is what we're gonna have to dig into the whole epic. You know what? I just realized we're coming up on the 10 o'clock Central Time. I want to go ahead and drop the promos real quick because, guys, you know, I mean, I don't want to sit and tell you what we're doing all week at the end of the stream and whatnot. Give me 3 minutes right now. I'm going to play my promos. When we come back on the other side, we're going to talk all about the Dark Universe and maybe a reveal of Aged Boomer, because Aged Boomer and I took a picture together. We'll see. Give me just 3 minutes and stick with me for this. We'll be right back.
You are watching Last Call, streaming every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Come on in, pull up a chair, and have a drink with us.
This week on Saturday Night at the Movies, a kamikaze pilot plagued by survivor's guilt seeks redemption when a giant monster he failed to kill is transformed by radiation from atomic bomb tests and lays siege to post-war Japan. It's the 2023 Toho epic kaiju prequel, Godzilla Minus One, rounding out Monster March on Big Al Presents Films with Friends. Saturday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
In a world where nearly all the entertainment is remakes, reboots, and rehashes of older properties, maybe it's worth it to get some commentary from people who experienced it all when it was novel and fresh. Catch Boomer and Pacelli on Geeky Geezers every Sunday night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
Hello. While you're here, please visit our merch store where you can get cute t-shirts just like this. Link in the description below. Or use this QR code on your mobile device. Hope you find something you like. Every Monday night is Members Night at the movies on Last Call. Members enjoy an exclusive watch party just for them, and you can join too for as little as $1.99 a month. This week, the members will be honoring Chuck Norris with one of his films chosen by popular vote. So members, go to the community tab and choose your favorite. Then, join us on Monday to remember the herald of the modern action hero and a timeless masculine figure. And if you're not a member, please consider it. It really helps support what we do here at Last Call. Thanks. This week on Live from Sparkwood and 21, Cooper questions Dr. Jacoby, who suspects Leo Johnson is the killer. Gordon Cole, Cooper's supervisor, calls in with Albert's report. Josie Packard spies on Ben Horn, and Catherine Martell and Hawk tracks down the one-armed man. Join us this Tuesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on Deleted Scenes and Affiliates, where we will get a bonus update on Invitation to Love from Lucy.
This week on The Return of Sherlock Holmes, Inspector Lestrade reveals to Holmes that someone has been inexplicably breaking into homes for the senseless purpose of breaking small busts of Napoleon. Fans of Star Trek The Next Generation may enjoy an early appearance of Councillor Troy, Marina Sirtis, in The Six Napoleons, this Tuesday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Last Call Presents.
Did you top off your glasses? We now return to Last Call.
So I wasn't joking. I really do want to share. Finally, I was able to get a picture with Aged Boomer, kind of to prove that we were in the same place at the same time. Look, Boomer and I, how long have we been doing this
about
stream?
6 years now?
It's about 6 years. I mean, you know, we didn't get real serious about it until maybe the past couple, but on and off, we've been doing streams together for a long time now. But we had never met in person until last year at MegaCon. And you were only able to come up, have dinner with us, and you had to get back home. In fairness, that was me and Netter, that was our fault, because we it was all last minute last year, so we you know, it was all put together, and you were able to. But this year we planned it out 6 months in advance or something like that. So you were able to drive down. You stayed in the same hotel we were at. It worked out perfectly. So then the three of us, and then you guys down here separately, we went to Epic Universe the following day. And so one of the first things we did was Boomer and I got a picture together. And let me, where is it? Presentation. That's the promos. Presentation. There we go. There's me and Boomer. Look at us. He is taller than I am. He is a natural redhead. Ladies, he's very tall, very good-looking guy. Just saying. And single. So let's,
And if nothing else, ladies, just listen to his voice.
He does have a great voice for broadcast. Seriously, I stream with you all the time, and I don't notice it. But when I was listening on Sunday, I was like, he's got a great broadcast voice. He really, really does. So, but
yeah, I got a little bit of sunburn that day, but it wasn't that bad. But
I didn't notice till I got home. My nose got a little bit red, and Netter was like, "Yeah, I think that's the sun. I don't think that's the booze."
I like how you were able to keep the hat.
Well, Netter wore a hat too, and she's got very pale skin. I've at least got the Mediterranean thing going. That yes, I spend most of my time away from the sun, but I've got a natural kind of.
Yeah, usually I burn, and I didn't even get burned on my ears or anything.
That's very true. But so there you go. There's Boomer. Boomer and I were actually together in the same place at the same. But so let me tell you the shtick behind, and I'm still digging into this. There is a very if you go to Disney World, if you go to where do they have the Harry Potter Diagon Alley? It wasn't this. It was. It's another park that has the Diagon. Universal Studios theme park, right? Not Epic Universe. It's another Universal property,
right?
Those are worlds, immersive experiences based on established canon and established lore and stuff, so you know what you're getting into, and you're like, oh, there's that shop that I saw in the movie or that I read about in the book, and oh, look at the little details and all this kind of stuff, and that's really cool. Epic Universe, Darkmoor is how they refer to it, is not based on a movie. It is not, well, it's indirectly based on a series of movies. It's based on the Universal monsters. And it acknowledges them as canon, but it imagines a storyline that brings it up into the modern day. But we have no movies that cover that lore. So as you go in and you ride the rides and you go into the shops and you go into the restaurant and so forth, you can piece together the lore that they are implying. And let me tell you something. It's a rabbit hole, my friends. It's a lot of fun. I talked to a lot of people, a lot of shop people that work in the shops.
What's funny is after we got off of the Monsters Unleashed ride, Troy was talking to one of the clerks at the counter, and she's talking about how, you can find these 4 figures, and
characters from the Halloween, what's it called, Boomer? The Halloween
Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Nights. Right.
She was actually demonstrating. She goes, and it's like, when you get to this part of the ride, and then she did this like swivel with her body, and I'm like,
oh yeah, well that I know exactly the part of the ride you're talking.
And it was just like I was cracking up because I'm like, okay, so we gotta make sure we get to that part. But I loved their outfits though. It's like
they were dressed in these like laboratory type smock.
But they were like these. They were black with buckles, and they had and that was like like a black lab coat.
If you are into the steampunk and that kind of thing, the whole ambiance of Blackmore is going to definitely appeal to you. Honestly, there is all kinds of little Easter eggs for those of you, Big Al Presents, for example, that are real into those Universal monsters. You're going to really dig this dark universe. There was one point where I'm going through an exhibit, and there was a picture of the actress who played Elizabeth Lavenza, the Frankenstein's wife, in the movie, and I'm like, wow, that's paying attention to detail. That was really, really cool. And I was able to piece together that Victoria Frankenstein is the great-great-granddaughter of Henry Frankenstein. Remember, in the novel it was Victor Frankenstein, but in the movie it was Henry Frankenstein. This is Universal branding.
Yeah. One of the things that I was going to mention last night on Thursday Things is there are actually two very distinct things that I noticed about Epic Universe Park versus, what was it, City Walk? One is that Epic Universe, by all the bathrooms, they have a water bottle filling station, which they do not have in the other park.
Yes.
Which was a life-saving for me because I was so
that's
thirsty.
A quality of life thing.
Yeah, it's like, because on Saturday when we were there, it was 80 degrees. So very hot. You walk around, you get very thirsty. That filling station, like, saved my life.
Because they're charged, what, like $6?
It's $6 a bottle, yeah. In fact, that ticked me off because there was one ride that I went on, and it says hold your loose items. So I had my water bottle in one hand that I just bought, and so I only had a couple sips out of it. And I had my phone in the other, and this girl goes, "Oh, you can't have that on the ride." I said, "Well, can I get it after I get off?" She goes, "You're not coming back."
In character.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to smack her. So this $6 wasted right there, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Because nowhere did I see any signs that says you can't bring drinks on, like water bottles. So that really bugged me. And I decided, okay, if I'm going to any more rides here, I'm tucking my water bottle inside my jacket so no one sees it.
Absolutely, right. And Andy and Gary, I want to ask, real quick, let me see if I can, where's my is this it? Nope, that's not it.
Well, he's looking for that. The other thing I wanted to mention last night was that at Epic Universe, they have lockers that you put all your stuff in before you go on the ride, which if they had it at City Walk, I did not see them.
Yeah. Did you guys see this? The werewolf tracks in the cement?
I did not.
So we caught this. This was the kind of thing that you would totally miss if you weren't really looking for little details.
I think this was right after we left the, what's it called, the steak, the restaurant with the steak something.
The steakhouse.
Steakhouse, yeah.
Steak spelled Stake, steakhouse. Look at that. That's me. Those are my feet. So I'm putting my foot next to it. That's the span of the werewolf, his right and left foot.
And just across from that, it's not as clear. It's like you see, it looks like, I don't know, a gutter or something coming down off the sidewalk. Right in front of it is another paw print.
Yeah, so I thought that was a very, very clever little detail that I think most people probably missed. That's the kind of thing that you're seeing. God, I enjoyed my time so much there. Andy, Gary, what kinds of things did you do and notice that
I really loved the Colin Clive painting at Monsters Unleashed. That was really cool.
Right.
That was exciting. The artwork in the ride was excellent. I think that the The restaurant was cool. It was a great experience. It really, really was. The merchandise there is pretty neat too. I almost actually fell for it and bought some stuff.
I was this close. There was I talked to the folks that worked. Obviously, I spent a lot of time talking to the people that worked there. There was a vinyl album of the soundtrack of the music that they play in the rides and so forth. And I thought about getting it. I'm like, do you have it on CD? And they're like, no, we only have it on vinyl. I'm like, are you shitting me? Really? Seriously? I'm going to have to buy the vinyl and convert it to CD myself? That's ridiculous. You know, I'm just like, do you realize? I don't know. But
maybe it's harder to put that online. Maybe that's why they made it vinyl.
Well, you got a point there, but I'll bet you it's out there.
Yeah.
I'll bet you it's out there. I haven't looked yet, but there you go. But they had some cool stuff. They had like a rubber, cosplay type of vampire steak and, things like that. They had cosplay for all the different monsters, for Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, the Gill Man, and so forth. And they're what you would expect. The kind of party what's that, party studio or whatever, the Halloween type style. And I'm looking at them going, yeah, if I was going to do a cosplay, this wouldn't cut it, but I dig for what they were going for. Yeah, some really cool things. And then they had these little vials of like liquid candy for each one of the monsters. I thought it was really kind of neat. There was a store there, Dr. Pretorius, yeah, exactly, from Frankenstein. That was really cool. That had like on display, they had like a homunculus, on display. I thought that was really neat. You could go in and get like makeup done so that you could be like the monster or the werewolf or a vampire or whatever.
You know what they should sell? They should sell miniature glass cases with his little creatures that he made from the movie.
Yeah,
like
right. I think they're missing.
Yeah.
They're definitely missing a marketing opportunity there. And I also feel like there should be a licensing agreement with Lego. I'm surprised there weren't like Lego available there.
Listen, my dream, and I don't know if this dream will ever happen, was for Lego to do sets based on Universal Monster movies and for the sets to actually be black and white. I doubt this will ever happen, but
I think we did. I don't remember if it was the Good Old Days on Geeky Geezers or something. We talked about what were those? The vinyl applique.
Color forms.
Color forms. And I had a color form that was Dracula's mansion, and it had the Gill Man, and it had the mummy, and it was so neat in a very tongue-in-cheek kind of way, but it was really, really interactive. And you could open up the. It was a layer on top of a layer. You could open up the coffin for the mummy and for Dracula, and you could put Frankenstein on the table and stuff like that. And I thought it was so cool. No, I take that back. Gilman was in a bathtub. I mean, it's just that kind of silliness, but
hey,
yeah.
Troy, I'm not sure if you're checking the private chat, but Andy and I got to get going. We're 15 minutes.
Oh God, I didn't realize I only had you for so long. Gary and Andy, both of you guys, what have you got coming up that you guys want to share with everybody?
We're just running our mouth every Wednesday.
Well, real quick. Okay, so both of you guys are on Doomcock on Wednesday, but
right,
Gary, what props are you working on that you're going to have videos coming up about?
Oh man, lots of Star Trek stuff. I just bought a whole like storage unit full of stuff from Star Trek, so I'm real excited about that. There's so many, man. the work never stops. But you can check out cool stuff on my channel, and maybe the wrenches could throw a link to it in the chat. That'd be great. But hail to last call. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for having us on.
You're wonderful, Andy, the talented one. If you see in the background, he's got Doomcock there and a few other 12-inch figures that you do. But you did a recent 9-inch figure that I'm looking forward to seeing. Do you have hair envy or something like that? Just, this guy, check out his channel. He's got some videos where he is by hand sculpting heads for 12-inch figures. He is incredibly talented. When other channels call him the talented one, this is what they mean. And this poor bastard did one in a scale that he is not used to for yours truly. He did one in Mego scale that I haven't seen just yet. I'll do an unboxing when that arrives. But definitely check out his channel for that. Andy, do you sell the stuff that you do? Like if someone wanted a Doomcock action figure?
Anything that's of a content creator, I require that they get that content creator's approval first, because nobody wants to have their likeness being bent over a wheelbarrow by a Ken doll. So,
right. He knows. The smoke eater knows that I would do stuff like that. So yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I do commissions too. So there's that.
Fair enough. So definitely check out his channel as well. These are good guys. Look, there is something to be said for meeting people in person. I got to give both of these guys a hug. A appropriate, nobody was uncomfortable type of hug. Just saying, because that's how I am. Italian guy, I hug, right? And you're muted apparently, Gary.
I said, yeah, you slipped a finger up the backside a little bit. You got dirty.
You bastard.
That's all right.
Netter was there. Nothing untoward happened.
Sure.
No, but seriously, these guys are. To say these are good guys is just seems so trite, and it doesn't really rise to the level. These guys are good people, and if you're not following them, you really should be.
Thanks,
and by all means, make sure you follow Doomcock. You can see them every Wednesday night on Doomcock's channel, Overlord DVD. Good stuff.
All right, cool.
But thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us.
You'll be back. You'll be back, and maybe I'll be seeing these guys in a couple months. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, we're planning we not planning. That might be over speaking. We have been talking about another convention in, what was it, Netter? Do you remember June? I think it's like June. There is
yeah, I think that's it.
ICCC Con. No, I'm sorry. ICC Con, which makes it ICCC. A Star Wars based fan con. This is not 20th Century Fox. None of that bull crap.
20th Century Studios. There's no Fox anymore.
Whatever the crap. They're not involved.
Disney
This is a fan thing. This is a fan thing. And it's in Tennessee. So the state that Netter and I want to move to. So that is half the distance. So I could drive that in a day. So we're looking at it.
So there's no Ray mentioning at this convention.
Right, exactly. So, but that being said, so you were there Thursday? No, did you arrive on Thursday?
Who, me? Yes, I arrived Thursday evening, and I met you at
Thursday
the
night.
the Mexican place. I
And
had
then you left
pork.
Saturday night.
I
right?
left Saturday night. It was a pretty smooth ride for the most part. A little busy getting out of there, but then it was fine. And yeah, but there are no more Boston markets in Florida.
Yeah, we did talk about that. We did talk.
It's one of my favorite chains, and I thought I would stop by on the way back. Nothing. Oh well, what can you do? What are you gonna do?
And I'm sorry to the folks in the chat. I did fall way behind. I missed Shinatsky. I'm sorry. I am way behind on the chat here because I was so focused on our guests. Jamie Lynn, good to see you. Lester, Skeptic Tank Obsessions, good to see you, my friend. So sorry I didn't see your chats earlier. Booger, good to see you, my friend. Watching while riding a late night Amtrak train. Oh gosh. Well, welcome, my friends. Fan cons are generally better, but there is one near me that is so woke I can't bring myself to buy a ticket. So Mark Malnikoff and I, he and I used to do the Klingon things at the conventions up to 2019, and now he's scouting out what we're going to do going forward, if anything. And you're absolutely right. There's a lot of cons that went super woke, and it's like not even fun for half the fans, so we don't go. We just don't go. There are certain people in the fan community, even involved in our own groups, that were like, you know what? I'm sorry, but you do not put the Klingon symbol in front of a rainbow flag. Those two things do not go together. Fiction and your personal, social, political thing should not be together. Just saying. Just saying. But
well, I don't know though. With the way Star Trek's going now, I'm just saying. It's, of course, I guess we have some news about that.
So Netter, we gotta make sure that we remember June 2nd is Jamie Lynn's birthday. I do try to keep track of people's birthdays when they mention it. So there you go. There you go. But so getting back to what we did at that Saturday at Dark. Well, we spent most of our time at Darkmoor. And Boomer, I hope Netter and I didn't monopolize you by forcing you to spend all your time in Darkmoor. We did get over.
I like it. I'm the one that suggests we go on the ride twice. Remember?
Yeah. So we went on the Monsters Unleashed twice. It's not that intense. It's one of those. What do you want to call it? Like a simulator, flight simulator type.
Yeah, it's on an arm, and you're
not really on a roller coaster. It's just,
you're on. It's an arm that's got a swivel, so you're
looking at the ceiling.
Yeah.
You're looking at down.
And you're four across. So it was I had some stranger sitting next to me. Then well, actually no, it was Boomer, me, Troy, and then a stranger, and so you go through, and when you first come off the platform, it swivels so that you're now facing the other side. So when you're first looking, as if I'm looking at Troy, and then when you first come in, it turns around as if you're then looking at me, who's across from Troy. And then from there, it's like, okay, everyone hold on, and then it like starts dipping and moving and all this sort of thing.
My one thing I would suggest, if you've never done this ride, trust the ride. Here's what I mean by that. I had a tendency to, you'd see like the werewolf and Frankenstein fighting, right? And I didn't want to miss anything. So as we were going away from them, I'd be turning to look. And what I didn't realize was the animation was repeating. So it shows you're getting the whole view. If you just pay attention to what it's showing you. You don't have to look back. When you look back, you're seeing it kind of repeating for the guys behind you. So, but yeah, it's really, really cool. And they hit, Monsters Unleashed was meant to hit all of them.
The part that Troy really liked is we're going past the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, God, this was great. This was great.
He calls out and says something like,
So as we're coming up, you come in and you're seeing the back of the Phantom playing the organ, right? And I'm like, oh, Eric, good to see you, my friend. And just as I'm finished saying that, he turns around and he's like this. And I'm like, hey, he waved at us. Like he heard me. I thought that was so cool. I thought that was so cool. But anyway, yeah, little things like that. It was just a coincidence. It wasn't like it was reacting to me, but that was really, really cool. But and welcome, Tired Midnight Blogger. Good to see you, Curtis Selby. Good to see you, my friend. But yeah, so we actually rode that ride twice. We had lunch. We had lunch at the
Steakhouse.
Das Steakhouse.
Steakhouse. STA.
You had some sort of beef thing, right?
I had a beef fillet. They don't give you a choice. You don't get to say rare, medium, whatever. It's medium. And with this sauce, I don't know what this sauce was, but it tasted salty, bloody. It wasn't sweet. I loved it. It was like, for those of you that like rare, this replaces the flavor of the rare without us having to worry about the possibility of liability or whatever. It was so good. It was a medium slice of steak. It was so good. It was so good.
If we go back again next year, now I had a chicken sandwich on a black bun, and I suppose it would have been good, but they drenched the sandwich in the sauce, so it was sticky and just not appetizing because of all this. They had so much sauce on there.
It was like a variation on ketchup. So they gave you a little thing of ketchup for your French fries, but they also gave you this darker ketchup adjacent sauce,
which I accidentally dropped onto my fries, which actually tasted good on the fries.
Yeah.
But there was so much of it on the sandwich that I couldn't enjoy it. I ended up taking it apart and eating the chicken by itself, the coleslaw by itself. So if we go back next year, I think I'm going to have the dish that Boomer had, which I think is like, was it a pork dish?
Like a roast pork. It was pretty good. I liked it.
It looked like it was slices of tenderloin, but I don't think it was a tenderloin.
Yeah, not quite. They said it was pork belly, but I enjoyed it. It was
it looked yummy.
It was good. It was good, and it came with the of course you got the big thing of potatoes and the carrot, and I just liked the way the vegetables looked. I don't know, it was old school.
Netter
right?
had a really good garlic. What was it? Garlic mashed potato. It was really good.
The garlic mash was fantastic.
Or did I have that? Did you have the French fries?
You had it.
No, I'm sorry. I had the French fries. You had the garlic mash.
That's what it was. I forget
but
who
it
had
was
what. We
so
shared,
good.
So the whole shtick of the place was, okay, so keep in mind first that Darkmoor is, you're supposed to imagine that Darkmoor is the locale where the original movie Frankenstein takes place, right? There's Frankenstein. It takes place in, they don't say where, so it's Darkmoor as far as they're concerned now. And there was an adjacent town that the Frankensteins moved to after their place burned down. It starts with a V. I can't remember the name of it. That is referenced as well. But they really, this was one of those things where if you are like a real stickler for the Universal Monsters lore, they got it. They got it right. So Darkmoor is where, Castle Frankenstein is and whatnot. And this is modern day, right? But it's modern day, just like, think about the Universal Monster movies, right? Larry Talbot, the werewolf, right, is a modern day, present day character, 1930s or whenever those movies came out. Mm-hmm. But when he goes back to Europe, which retroactively is Darkmoor, right? He is. It feels like he's going back in time. And that's because traditions and in that very Twin Peaks-ish kind of way, right? When we watch Twin Peaks, we're like, look, we know it takes place in the 1990s. They got cell phones and so forth. But there's this very 50s, 60s kind of feel to it, right? Very timeless. Time hasn't really touched them the way it has the rest of us, because they're in kind of a set. Well, that's the way it is in this old world style European town of Darkmoor, which I think they did very to a greater degree. There is a wiki for Darkmoor and the whole epic universe, dark universe. I encourage people to check out. I'm kind of going through. There was a big graphic of the family tree of Frankenstein that I didn't even catch the 2 times I rode the ride.
Darn it!
I know.
I wanted to see where she falls because I know, I kind of know the tree from the movies, but I'm not exact.
I'm working on a family tree for them based on the family tree that's provided there. I'm digging into this. I really am, guys.
Because there's the son that was Basil Rathbone. There's the grandson that was Gene Wilder.
Right.
There's the niece that was played by that very attractive woman in Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and I'm just trying to think who else.
Elsa Frankenstein. Yes.
So there have been others. Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out.
There are 2 Elsa Frankensteins. Don't be confused. We'll talk.
Oh, okay.
About that.
Well, I did not know that. Okay.
Different generation. Yeah. So, well, I mean, look, you're named after your grandfather. You're named after an aunt or whatever. That shouldn't be a big surprise. But
my Aunt Helen so wanted you to be named Elsa for some reason. Okay, I'm just kidding.
No. Exactly right. So we're probably going to do because I have had this vision of what I would do if I was in charge of Universal's Dark Universe. They've had so many horrible false starts, and I look at this theme park, and I'm like, they might be onto something if they just made movies about this. And I was talking to some of the people that work there, and they're like, well, funny you say that, because rumor is, and it's just a rumor, but they're exploring the idea of a series of movies that is going to outline the lore of the extrapolation of the Universal Monsters. And I'm like, they got to do this. They got to do this. This would be really, really fun. And if you guys are going to Epic Universe, I encourage you to check it out. It was so fun. It really was. But we also got over to for Boomer, and maybe I pushed him a little bit because I knew it was his thing. But I'm like, we got to get over to Nintendo World. So we did go to Nintendo World. What was your thought? This was for you. This was your thing.
Very crowded. I want to go back there when it's not as crowded. But yeah, there was some cool stuff there. There was, of course, the you go up the steps and what are you walking through? Do you remember?
You're walking through a portal that's you're supposed to imagine like you're Mario walking through the pipe.
Yes, and then you enter out into the castle and all that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of neat. And you know, and of course you keep going in. I did find it odd though. I felt like there was only one way in and one way out when we were there.
Yes, there was.
Whereas I felt with Darkmoor you could go walk through it either side.
Did you feel like the Nintendo world was smaller than the other?
A little bit, but I think it's just based on the one they got, you know, in the other parks, you know. So it's like I know there's the one in Japan and the one in California. So now they might be expanding it out, as Gary was mentioning, because they were thinking about doing a Zelda ride at some point, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think they really should. It felt like very claustrophobic. So when
it was crowded too, that didn't help. That was a busy
well,
part of the park.
when Boomer says it's crowded, I don't think it was more crowded than the other universes. I think it was just that they were all in a smaller, confined space. That was the problem. It was very, well, like you said, Japanese, right? You know, it was very compressed and tight, and it was like, I was getting claustrophobic. I don't know about Netter, but and we didn't really go on any rides there. We kind of visited some of the shops there, and it was like, hey, let's go back to Darkmoor.
There was only one thing that I would have bought there, and I actually didn't think about it until later. We went to one shop, and they had the interactive Niffler. And it wasn't until later I'm like, oh.
No, that was Harry Potter.
Dragon?
Yeah, Harry Potter.
No, we were
I'm just
talking about
in general at the place.
Yeah.
Because you had mentioned, is there anything that you think that you would have bought there? And I was just thinking, Harry Potter, I would have bought the Niffler had I thought of it at the time. It wasn't until after we left that I was like, oh, I could have bought that.
Yeah. But
then there was the How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, we did go to the How to Train Your Dragon. I've seen the movies. I didn't really super get into them or anything, but you know,
weren't they cute or something? The dragons in those?
Oh yeah, they were cool. They were cool. And I was telling Counting Sheep, they had a whole section of their shops based on there's this shtick within the movies where the dragons come and steal their sheep, and they're sheep herders and whatnot. So sheep are a big thing in the dragon thing, and they had this statue that was like a bunch of stacked up sheep, and I was like, hey, well, no, Netter was the one who said this. She said, hey, a counting sheep, and I'm like, that's funny. But
maybe they had haggis in the restaurant there.
Did they really?
No, I don't know. I'm just joking.
Okay.
Maybe they did.
Okay. But yeah, so we walked through there, but we also went to the Harry Potter. I don't know what it was called, but it was the premise of it was you're going to Paris.
Yes.
And it's the Paris School of Magic. Which is referenced in the movies, more fleshed out in the books. And I thought it was kind of neat, but I'm not real into Harry Potter, and I'm certainly not into France. There was a cast member there who was in the costume of the French girls' school.
Yeah, the gorgeous blue.
Oh, it was really, really cool, and I really liked the hat that she was wearing. It's kind of a stylized, witch's hat, but in a very auteur French style. And I was talking to one of the shop people, talking about the lore, and she was saying, no, I don't speak French, and I know this is supposed to be France, and so on and so forth. And she
said she spoke a little bit of French.
Right. And she said, oh, and I know that the school that they reference in the books you know, they discuss it as though it's an all-girls school, but it's not an all-girls school. It could be girls, it could be boys. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. It's like, look, it is what it is. You don't have to, you don't have to, go all gender politics or anything like that. Real quick, I want to say hi to Brother J, 1701, says just stopping by to say hello. Have a great day. I hope both of you are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you for stopping by. And of course, Daniel Berry's Sports Highlights says, happy Friday, what's up, everybody? Good to see you. Keely Chow coming to us from across the international date line. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, we checked out those things, and Boomer, you had a speculation about the Harry Potter world, that it wasn't exactly what they finally went with wasn't what the original plan was.
My suspicion was that it was supposed to be a Fantastic Beast. That was the rumor that I had heard a year ago. It was going to be based on the Fantastic Beast movies. And I think since those kind of dried up, they decided, let's just do it something else. But I think that was originally going to be a Fantastic Beast area. It was probably something they were toying with, but I think that series just didn't take off. And it probably would have been based on like the 1930s.
Which is very, very sad because, and we see them marketing it in that Niffler and other, plushies that they had there.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people didn't like the Fantastic Beast movies, but I did. I really liked them.
No, I think Warner Brothers basically sabotaged it when they kicked Johnny Depp out because of certain trials going on.
They absolutely did.
And I think that kind of hurt the final movie. Nothing against Mads Mikkelsen; he's a good actor. I think it was too much for the fans. Now, again, I don't know, because I also think that the lead actress, I think she shows up at the end of the third movie because she wasn't in the whole movie, and I'm wondering if there was some kind of financial dispute with her too. So I think it was Warner Brothers producing shenanigans, screwing that series up. Yeah.
Because I knew Netter liked at least the original movies, I got her all of the Harry Potter films, and then I started to get her the Fantastic Beasts. I think we got at least the first two. I'm not sure. Netter's going to check. But I didn't see any of the ones that Mads Mikkelsen was in. I don't know anything about that.
That was the third one.
We didn't get that far. We were we checked out and we're like, screw them.
Would it be under Harry Potter or up for Fantastic Beasts?
It's not a terrible movie. I think the fans just didn't come out because they got rid of Johnny Depp.
I liked it being set in the U.S. I liked it being set in the 30s. It's pretty cool.
Okay, we got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Blu-ray and DVD. Then we got Crimes of
Grindelwald.
I think that was the second one, yes.
And we got The Secrets of Dumbledore, which is still sealed, so we never watched that one.
Well, there you go. You should watch that at some point and let us know what you think.
See, that just tells you where we're at on that. We've kind of been...
That was it. Those are the three. Those are the three movies.
And that's the one that makes Dumbledore gay, right?
Well, here's what I'll say at least about it. I don't think they're overt about that. I mean, maybe if you're reading their language and Dumbledore and him meet, that maybe there was something, but you could also...
Let me be very clear. Yeah. I have nothing against... If you're gay, if you like same sex, that's fine. That's your thing. I don't care. I really don't. But I don't like people projecting that on characters unless the author decides that's the case. If what's her name had decided, yes, he's gay and made it very overt in the story, and that was part of the canon of it, fine.
There's no kissing in it, if that's what you're worried about. Okay?
Oh,
Just
jeez.
saying.
You know, yeah. Look. Here's the thing. I don't care, gay, straight, whatever. Maybe, kind of rein it in a little bit. We don't need to see all of the, you know.
Like I said, I don't think anything in the movie was done in bad taste, if that's what you're worried
No,
about.
the movies were done pretty well.
But I mean, yeah, I'm just, but it's just
Which
the fact
is
that they lost.
unfortunate because if they're trying to, gay bait it, they're pissing off the gay community because they're not going hard enough into it.
Well, they like I said though, they switched the actor. It was supposed to be Johnny Depp, and now it's Mads Mikkelsen. After
the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem.
Colin Farrell was originally until the mask came off and it was Johnny Depp underneath.
When it came down to that whole Johnny Depp thing, they effed that up.
That was the woman in charge of Warner Brothers who no longer is working there.
No one gave
Warner Brothers is a mess.
F about Dumbledore being gay. It was the whole sidelining Johnny Depp, and it was like, you know what? Screw you. We're done.
We got a Warner Brothers story coming up on Sunday, which I'm almost like, you know what, Paramount, just don't bother. Just let them fry, let them sink. I'm done. We'll talk about it on Sunday.
Right. So again, just wrapping this whole thing up. This whole past weekend, MegaCon, meh, right? Epic Universe, friggin' awesome. But head and shoulders above all of that was getting together with Boomer and Gary and Andy and all the other people that we got to meet in person. You guys don't understand what it's like to be able to shake hands, to hug, to see face to face.
And I'm a hugger. So we meet, you're going to get a hug.
Yeah. And I'm the same way, right? That's just the way it is, and it was so good. It was so good to get personal time. I'll be honest, Boomer, and this is neither positive or negative. It just is. Your face and your voice don't sync up. It's different.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, it's not negative. It's you don't look like you sound. You don't sound like you look. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
Well, it's like there's another YouTuber we watch, Grace Still Plays. He definitely does not sound how he looks, and he does not look how he sounds. He's got this great voice, but then you look at him, and he kind of looks like an aging hippie.
Yes, exactly right.
Well,
and it's like he does not sound like his voice.
And that's not a knock. He's not an ugly man, but it's not. It's not what you picture when you hear the voice. And when you hear Boomer's voice, you may picture something. No, whatever you're picturing, probably not. Probably not. And you're not you're a good-looking guy, but
okay.
But not what you would expect based on your voice. So
what, I don't look like John Wayne, is that what you're saying, or something? I guess nobody does, but yeah.
You don't look like your voice is all I'm saying. What I'm saying is, ladies, you're missing out. You're missing out if you don't take the opportunity to track down Boomer at one of these events, one of these cons. When we tell you we're getting together with Age of Boomer at a con, maybe show up and check this guy out.
Okay.
And
are you matchmaking, dear?
I am, and because he's single, ladies. He's single.
All the single ladies.
All the single ladies. Absolutely.
That's the Beyonce song, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Actually, I haven't mentioned this on air before, but and Netter, rein me in if you think I'm wrong on this, but I'd kind of like to get Age of Boomer together with Maria from Tea and Telly.
Oh, maybe.
Although, to be honest with you, geographically, you couldn't be farther apart. That's the problem there.
That's the problem. No one lives in Florida.
You're in the lower right of the map, and she's in the upper left.
What is
of
she,
the
California?
Colorado.
She's Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she's about as far away as you could possibly get. That's a problem. But just saying. But so let's rein it all in. So
yeah, it's getting to be that
Netter
time.
and I we're not confirmed. We're not certain. Netter and I, between the two of us, are still talking about going down to Tennessee in June for ICCC Con.
Oh.
Maybe.
I have to look at the details. I haven't had a chance to look at anything yet.
For us, it would be far cheaper than MegaCon was. We could almost get a full weekend pass each for the price that we paid for MegaCon for one day. And one day drive for us down to Tennessee. Not even. I mean,
not as bad a drive.
Depends on. It's half the distance to Florida for us, and I don't know. Maybe I should reach out to Culture Casino and say, hey, buddy, you didn't make it down to MegaCon. Can you make it down to this? It's in your neighborhood. And the reason that I want to do this is because we didn't get a chance to meet up with, we didn't get to meet up with Culture Casino, but Jonas J. Campbell and WDW Pro were both at MegaCon, and we missed them. We didn't get to chat with them. So they are going to be at ICC.com. So I definitely want to get there if we can manage it. If Netter, if Netter's good with that, and we can make it work, we'll see. But just throwing that out way in advance, or as far in advance as we can, so you guys. So there you
cool.
Go. Boomer, I'm not expecting you to be able to make it for that. It is, by the way, ICCC Con is purely a Star Wars convention, a fan convention, which, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's going to be a really good one, as opposed to these corporate type of cons that want to alienate half of their constituents. Just saying.
Yeah, it's better, because I know you were making a point that some of the people, Star Wars people at the con, were doing a better job than Disney was.
Right. There is a whole section of MegaCon that is like walking through the streets of Mos Eisley. It was really, really neat. And it's all done by fans. So there you go. But anyway, you guys saw the promos. There's nothing else to share. Sunday, of course, Geezers is the next thing. You gotta... No, well, I mean, for Netter and I, we'll be on with Big Al on tomorrow or later tonight, depending on where you are on the international dateline, for Godzilla -1, which Netter and I have not seen yet. It is on our to-watch list, and now we're going to get to see it. So there you go.
Well, I'm thinking if it's Godzilla -1, it's like, okay, there was Godzilla, and now -1, so he's not there no more. So
well, this is basically a prequel to the original Godzilla. Is the way you're supposed to look at it. And Boomer,
do you want to know what the significance of the title is? I can explain.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's Japan, like right after they lose World War II, so they're already at 0, and then Godzilla shows up, so now it's -1 because now it's even worse than being at rock bottom. Now, because now Godzilla shows up like after.
Let's face it, they got ganked after World War II. You know, they're the only country to have nuclear bombs dropped on them. Let's be honest with you. You know, just saying. You know, they got fallout in real life. Just saying.
Yes.
But so that is Godzilla -1. So geezers, what are we going to be talking about on Sunday?
We're going to be talking about apparently a new Harry Potter movie in the works, which will save not Harry Potter, excuse me, Lord of the Rings movie in the works.
God,
and a choice of writings, which I almost thought was an April Fool's joke. I'm like, this is somebody trolling online. This ain't real.
Honestly, some of these titles, some of these headlines that we talk about, I look at it and it's like, this has got to be friggin' satire. No, this is legit. And it's like, oh God. Okay.
And a certain television series you're a fan of getting the Blu-ray treatment, which I did not expect to happen. So we'll talk about that on Sunday.
Wow, I'm looking forward to this now. Okay.
Yes, and also, of course, the price increases for PlayStation 5.
This is your problem, not mine.
It's going to be everyone's problem because you think PCs are going to escape this. You're wrong. Because I just got a bad feeling about the entire industry. All right, we'll see what happens though, huh?
Yeah.
That's all right. You could buy one of those old Bitcoin computers that they were using to harvest Bitcoin and play like some old 6th generation games on it. You'll be good to go. Yeah. That'll be our gaming from now on. I don't believe this.
Boomer, you know what I've been playing, right?
Fallout 4, correct?
I was literally playing that up until it was time to go live. I'm really enjoying that game. I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah,
the French made.
This is a typical evening. I will go to bed about midnight, and I'll say, "Don't be long." 4 hours later, he's finally coming to bed.
Seriously. This fills all the niches that I love about gaming. It's a good game in and of itself, but it's very customizable. It allows a lot of custom content. I really enjoy it. It's a game that I love that takes the place of most adventure games that I like to play and The Sims. The Sims, just fuck that whole series. I literally purged The Sims from my hard drive. I don't even play it anymore. But
yeah,
I'm really enjoying Fallout. And it's really because of the TV show. The TV show is doing a great job of pulling in new fans, and I'm one of them.
That's good.
Look, Netter isn't even playing the game, and she's following along with me because most of the time, unless I'm doing like side quests, or building communities and stuff like that, just housekeeping type bullshit. Main quest type stuff I do when Netter is here to watch on the big screen. So she's totally in on all the lore. So when I talk about stuff, she knows what I'm talking about. She gets the lingo. Netter and I are
Simpatico
and all that.
Simpatico. I like that word.
Yeah.
It sounds Italian.
And we definitely speak the same language. So when I talk about what she might have missed, in the 4 hours that she was sleeping and I was playing, she's keyed in. She's like caught up.
What's funny is he'll be go around and collecting stuff, whatever, searching, and it's like, go back to the desk. You missed a bobblehead.
She's good. She catches those details. Yeah, that's. I'm better off playing the game when she's watching than when she's gone to sleep and I'm on my own. But
cool.
I don't know. Tell me, guys, the 20 of you that the stream says is watching right now, if you're interested in Fallout, if you are Fallout fans, if you play Fallout, if you'd like me to do a whole stream related to that, I'd be happy to. Just let me know that there's an interest in that, and I'll do that. I guess I should say, if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about more, let me know. Let me know. Geeky stuff, right? So let's wrap this up because we've already gone past the 11 o'clock point. Boomer, anything that I missed that you think I should bring up?
I think we covered it all pretty well. So we'll shift this till next week, and we'll join us again.
What are we doing next week, Boomer? Do you have any?
Do you want to? Is it time for another AI stream?
How many articles do you have? Do you have one?
We got a few. It's up to you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That's fine. That's fine. And then
everyone's favorite subject. Okay.
Let's do AI next week, and then we'll plan a karaoke stream the following week.
Sounds good. Okay.
And Netter, any last thoughts, any last words before we wrap it up?
Well, you know how much we love you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for encouraging all of us tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, you do the clicky things, you do the thumbs up. Well, it's a little late to share out the stream, but hey, you know, if you want to maybe draw some people to come back and watch on the rewatch. Yeah, but thank you all for being here. You guys are Osmo.
Absolutely. And when she says love, she means it. Jamie Lynn, thank you so much. You're wonderful in the chat. You really are. All of you are. And I super appreciate every single one of you. I am friggin' blotto, which is where I want to be when I end a stream on Fridays. Going into Saturday for some of you. So thank you all so much. I will get off a DM to Gary and Andy tomorrow to thank them for being here. Thank all of you for being here. You guys continue to encourage me. I will continue to do this crap. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Sounds great.
You guys all take care of yourselves. Be healthy. Gosh, you can't really have life to the fullest unless you are healthy. Please take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated because it's good for your health. Hail hydration. Drink responsibly. Not like me. Don't follow my example. Drink responsibly. And we will, of course, see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.
I pressed the button. Why aren't you playing?
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.
The neon lights are fading. Closing time is near. Whispers in the corners. Secrets shared sincere. The bartender's polishing the final glass. Time slips away like moving through the grass. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true. One more round, friends, from me and you. Let's toast to the night, to the stories we've spun. Here's to the laughter and to what's begun. The shadows are dancing as we linger still. Every clink of a glass, a memory to distill. Beneath this smoky haze, our feelings they unfurl. A tapestry of whispers in this corner of the world. with a final tune, crooning to the lonely and the lovers under the moon. With every soft note, the end draws ever near, but in this fleeting moment, there's nothing to fear. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true. One more, I'm friends for me and you. Let's toast to the night